So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second game of the evening for tonight on a wonderful Friday evening of hockey. We've got the Snipers playing the Bruins. The Snipers are in the blue and the Bruins in the orange. Last week, the Snipers played a very good game, undermanned against the Inferno, and managed to keep them to a 3-2 deficit. So look for the Snipers to really impress this evening. Hopefully they've got a few more players on the bench. It looks like they certainly have, which is going to make a big difference for them with enough manpower to get fresh legs up on the ice. And last week their goalie had one of the best games we've ever seen. And that was Ross, you'll have to fix me up on this one.
You were talking about
Tommy
the goalie?
Talking about the goalie, yep.
Yeah.
Forrest. I've just got to track him down on our list here. But yeah, Tommy Forrest, he had an absolutely superb game. Lots of great saves under a lot of pressure.
I think both of these teams coming off losses last week will be looking for a win and hopefully putting on a show for those here in the stands and those of you watching at home. And for those of you that are watching at home, try to get your chance to come out here next week. There's plenty of great hockey, great refreshments, whether you're into a little light feed, a drink up at the bar, or even for those of you that are a little more conscious, a pasito or two. So let's get this show on the road and start with Game 2 tonight at for the PHL. So we've got here just in front of the box here, Brian McKenzie and Chris Leatham just doing a little bit of stretching, and it's great to see the goalies talking to one another, giving a little bit of a partnership. It's a fairly solo position out there on the ice, but you really work on speaking with one another, reading the play, and getting some pointers to help you through. So great to see the camaraderie between these two already so early on in the season.
Yeah, the thing, Chris Leatham, who is a veteran goalie, been around for quite a while. He's played back for Melbourne Ice back in the day, and Brian McKenzie, who's one of the newer goalies to the league. So it could be Chris giving Brian a few tips, but we're just giving there's going to be a bit of an extended warm up here because it looks like someone's taken off with the warm up pucks. So the players are getting their feet used to the ice, but we're just trying to find the bag of pucks that were used in Game 1 for the players to have a bit of a shoot around before they rip into it. So it's always important, I guess, Anton, as a goalie yourself, it's always important to see a bit of rubber before the real stuff comes flying at you.
Definitely at the speeds that these teams play at, not being able to feel that puck as a goalie and just understand, that you can stop the puck can lead to a couple early breaks, and you never want to get down early. So I think McKenzie here for the Bruins, he'd be looking to just get a few up in the glove, a few in the blocker, a few in the chest, and just learn to feel that rubber. And Tommy Forrest will be looking for the same down the other line.
Well, if there's one thing Tommy saw last week was plenty of rubber, so he's probably still got bruise marks on him from the amount of pucks he saw last week, keeping the Snipers in the game. So let's hope Tommy can back it up. He's only a very, very young kid at 16, maybe 17 now. So he is certainly one of the futures of our game in net, and has already been a 15-year-old Tange representing for Victoria in a winning team as well. He's been learning his craft with Damien Holland. He's been doing quite a bit of work with Tommy, so we look for big things from Tommy going forward.
And superbly athletic too. His movement and speed and around the net, and his hands are incredibly fast. He's a real delight to see, and It's very hard when you see him and he's coming in to skate to try and score a goal. And if he's there, you know it's not going to be an easy case of just kind of shut your eyes and hope.
So both teams going through their final warm-ups for the game tonight. We've got a few new faces as well on both teams, and of course, given the difficult situation we have with COVID, there are players who miss from 1 week to the next due to COVID, and the Bruins tonight are definitely going to be strengthened by Jonathan Bremner. Playing his first game, Jordan Warren, both excellent players. Jordan Warren is a big physical player, so he should give the Bruins a bit of bite. And certainly John Bremner as a forward and playing, I think generally playing on the left wing, has a good snipe on him. So joining in with Tommy Powell, who showed us his veteran skills last week with at least one, it might have been a couple of goals.
Isaac Norris is just getting a little bit of a talking to from the referees. He just bumped into one of them, and he was just saying, "Watch where you're going. This is our little circle over here." So that wouldn't be the start that he'd be looking for. So we'll keep an eye and see if he can get into the good graces of the referees once the puck drops.
Now, it's not a good way to start a game. You don't want to be bumping into the ref. You want to be coming over and offering him a coffee after the game, just to get a couple of calls going your way.
For sure. Well, Jeff Klink was there too, and he's a veteran out there, and he's just saying, Morris, just head off. Let's not worry about this, and let's get the game underway.
Well, Jeff Klink, a ref himself, has done quite a few AIHL games, so. He knows definitely knows the deal there. So the Snipers taking the standard huddle around the net, and quite common to see the teams at the start of games get together and have a last minute powwow before they go into battle. So. It's going to be the line. It's going to be a line with Captain Tommy Powell of the Bruins on the right wing, and Jordan Warren taking centre, and over on the left wing you've got Christian Pansino, Jeff Klink in defence, and also in defence Isaac Norris. So Snipers ready to go. Liam Webster is taking the face-off. And he looks like he's playing up forward, which is very unusual for Liam. We were so used to seeing him in the playing the blue line, but looks like he's going to play up forward this season by the look of it.
We're certainly expecting to see a much more intense display tonight from Snipers after their last game, when they had only the 5 reserves. This time they've got a much more full bench, which is going to give them a much better chance. And I'm expecting them to show us some pretty fancy hockey this evening.
I can't remember if I've ever seen Liam Webster playing a centreman's role and not on the blue line. So that's thrown me a little bit here.
Well, I guess with the first game loss, maybe try something a little bit different and see if we can get into the win column for the Snipers.
So the Bruins just keeping the puck in their offensive zone. Passino just losing the handle on it there. And back into the corner, the Snipers looking to bring the puck out. Little pass out to Nash. Nash looks across the middle, but that was cut off. Here comes Jordan Warren. Jordan Warren with a bit of speed, steps over the blue line. He'll try and shoot from there. Well done, good back checking by the Snipers. And here go the Snipers up the other way.
Well, the Bruins there taking a little bit of an advantage of a change there at Snipers, but they managed to fix the damage fairly quickly and not get too exposed.
So some more speed. Josh Walt around the outside, lovely move, and he was very dangerous last week. Didn't score it, I think. Or actually, he might have got one. I think he got one. But there's young Kevin Peng looking to push the puck forward. The defenseman pushes up, takes it in the corner, delays. Still has the puck, puts it in on the goalie, on Tommy Forrest. He pokes it away. Is
I think we're seeing a lot more contested puck already in the first couple of minutes of this game. There's been no real clear opportunities for anyone to be dominant. Much closer contest in terms of just getting close to puck carriers and not giving them any room.
We've got an offside call there.
So some early pressure by the Bruins. Wouldn't say there's been very dangerous opportunities, but they're getting the puck low and able just to keep it in there. And snipers are able to keep them wide. And they haven't really had to test Tommy Forrest yet.
Probably did do a particularly nice save on that little cross move earlier on, which he covered very nicely. But
nice move by Todd Cutter. Steps in on Tommy Forrest. And he picks up where he left off from last week with a nice little save there.
You like to see that by the young netminder, just putting the hand up and saying, "I got it. Don't worry. Come get it from me." Right? That's the confidence of a goalie that's seen a lot of rubber and knows he can stop the puck. But that was just.
There we go. The Bruins off the face-off. Nice little face-off win by Jordan Warren.
Very little you can do there for Tommy Forrest. He just let the winger there for the Bruins walk in alone and really have his pick of the litter, and just was able to slide that in between the legs of Tommy Forrest, who was deep in his crease right off the face-off.
I think that might have been Matt Nickerton who ended up putting that in. He did, so that was off the face-off from Jordan Warren. So the Bruins off to a good start.
So the Snipers get it down deep, and here is Daniel Mackin behind, and he's got that up to the center for Josh Warren, and Josh Warren's coming in there at the blue line, and he'll dump it down into the corner. Safe play, and we're cycling that over to the side, and back to Warren here on the point. He's going to look for the cross-seam pass, but just off the skate there of Daniel Machin. And here's the Snipers going the other way, but like the last rush, just not much power, but here they have it in the corner.
They're really looking for that weak side winger to just be a little bit more aggressive with their positioning and getting ready to cut in with a bit more speed, like we were seeing from players like Gazov in the last game, where they've come up to the blue line with a lot of speed and just change their angle as soon as they can to get onside. That's what we need to see a bit more from the Snipers if they're going to get some more penetration from those attacks.
Well, a nice pass by Tommy Powell across to Machin, who put it across into the slot for a shot on. It looks wide. Here come the Snipers. Webster with a great pass up to, looks like Cooper Metcalf, who's still there in front of the slot. Snipers working hard. Webster goes back into the corner.
Yeah, a couple great saves there by McKenzie. The first shot kind of handcuffed him a bit, but he was able to get into possession and save the rebound as well.
The whole attack was there, set up by that much faster break in, which allowed Snipers to get more sustained pressure as the Bruins now break out, and they get themselves caught offside. I was much more impressed by that a bit of penetration there from the Snipers as they cut across the blue, and that time with speed, and that allowed them to get much more sustained pressure and shots on the goalie. And from that, more opportunities will come, and opportunities will translate into goals, as we know. Beauty of hockey, you've got to get the shot on the net, and every now and then the goalie will make a mistake and let it slip through.
You're not wrong there. So here the Snipers coming here down the wing, and he's just going to dump it in, and they're going to try to chase that down and force some pressure there in the corner.
That was Jeff Hugh ringing the puck around the net. Here comes Jordan Warren up the left wing. Nice move through the Snipers' defence, and there's Josh Van Down trying to stop him. Great move by Jordan Warren, but just puck spills out to the side a little bit. So here go the Snipers, just dumping it in again.
Kenzie's out to touch on. He'll just leave it there for Isaac Norris.
Plays it back around. Nice little move, Bremner up the boards. Well taken the hit there from Josh Walt.
Nice little deflection in front, but I think Forrest was there in the butterfly, ready for that.
We've got an icing call now, which will bring the Snipers back to a defensive zone face-off. I think Snipers are going to, just looking at the last couple of minutes of this game, Snipers, if they can get their mid-ice back checking just a little bit faster, they're going to be able to deprive the Bruins of those breaking opportunities a little bit more. There's been a couple of opportunities when Bruins have not had an awful lot of middle ice pressure. And if Snipers can fix that, then they're going to work out a lot better.
Great save by Forrest on the deflection. That's no easy save, and the Snipers are going to be glad for their young netminder there.
So Josh Walker again over the middle. Another pass across. Todd Cutter looking down low, passing through the middle, through the slot. And the Snipers looking to bring the puck out again. Just taking a bit of space. Here we go with Cooper Metcalf. Dumps it in, gets a line change. Daniel Manchin goes in, picks the puck up. Brings it around the boards to Todd Cutter. Todd Cutter looks up, passing up to Warren, just misses him though. Chincotta, nice little drop pass back to Sam Sweatman, just loses the handle on the puck. Snipers working hard, but here go. Todd Cutter through the middle. Chincotta sends him away and brings the puck, puts it around the corner and out. Lindsay Nash.
Chincotta backing himself up after a fantastic game last week.
Oh, nice little move by Sam Sweatman. Comes in, takes a shot off Brian McKenzie's shoulder, sitting there, but the Bruins clear it away.
And here's Penzino beating out the icing.
Yeah, that was a good chase. It's like a Snipers play, just sort of gave up on it. But
it came back to Penzino, who got on front, but Forrest made a great save.
So it's already started like it was last week for Tommy Forrest, and the Bruins have already had 10 shots onto Tommy Forrest to 3 that the Snipers have taken on Brian McKenzie.
Yeah, and it looks like the Bruins have done their homework, because a number of those have been deflections with plenty of traffic in front. So they're going to try whatever they can to get in front of Tommy Forrest and negate him being able to stop that puck.
Oh, there we go. Oh, a big chance. Nash pass over to who was that? That was Robbie Clark. Robbie Clark just couldn't quite put it away. He's got it again. Takes into the corner. He'll be looking to bring it out into the slot. Bruins clearing it out. Tommy Powell, the captain, just chips it up the boards. And here's Robbie Clark again. Sorry, Tim Nickerton. Tim Nickerton takes the puck behind the net. Nice move. Puts it up to Liam Webster. No. Back in again now. Drop to Liam Webster. Liam Webster with a bit of speed. Don't say that very often. Takes a shot. Always dangerous with that powerful wrist shot. Oh, that's a big hit by Pensino, but off the puck, and not quite. If he just had his head down and made it look like he was playing the puck, he probably would have got away with it. But he's just gone straight for Nick Munro at that time, and just greeted him a little closer to the fan standing on the glass.
Snipers will need to get a few shots on in this penalty. Created a couple of opportunities in that last little stanza of play when they had a 3-on-1, which very nearly converted into a goal.
Yeah, Brian McKenzie's seeing the puck well, and just to go back to that nice blocker save that he made on Robbie Clark. After the case, Robbie just said, gave him the look, gave him the smile, and said, "How did you save that?" And if McKenzie keeps playing like this, Snipers are going to need to put a lot more traffic in front of him to get the puck past him tonight.
It can be enormously frustrating as a forward when a goalie pulls off some sort of a save when you're convinced that puck was going in the net. When they do it, it can almost break your heart.
And there's no better feeling as a goalie than making them have that wry smile, right? Oh, great cross-ice pass there. And the Snipers will look to set up on this power play. And there's that shot. And again, Brian McKenzie, if he can see the puck, he's going to stop it. A nice glove save there with no traffic in front. So
bit of catching practice there for him, I think.
Yeah, you've got to look at those shots from, Lachlan Chincotta is up high. You've got to keep those shots a little bit lower and try and wait for some traffic to get in front of the net. Just hold the puck until you get a bit of traffic to make it harder for the goalie to make those saves.
And not to mention, of course, that also gives you the possibility of deflections. And that's the thing that the goalie doesn't want. The puck comes in at a strange angle with 2 metres to go.
So here's Cooper Metcalf with a nice little saucer pass across the boards. Snipers just holding onto the puck here. Again, Robbie Clark gets it across to Cooper Metcalf. Back to Robbie Clark. Just trying to open up a bit of space. Nathan Keisha with the shot there, but probably not on. Bruins clear it out. Here goes Todd Cutter. He could be on a breakaway if he's got the speed, but he just takes his time, puts it in behind the net, and that kills the penalty for the Bruins. So good penalty kill. So Nathan Keisha brings the puck up to Robbie.
I like most great penalty kills. I think best penalty killer on the ice there was Brian McKenzie. He made a number of great saves just to keep the snipers at bay, and that all-important freezing of the puck as well, right? Just to delay any momentum.
When you don't have stop time, that's certainly a very valuable thing. It takes another 10-15 seconds off the penalty. And if you can catch it and hold it and run the clock down, that's a good thing.
So they had a little bit of fancy footwork and handwork by Tommy Powell coming up the rink then. Got around 4 of the 5 snipers, just couldn't quite get the last one. Jordan Warren, a little behind the back pass to Pansino. He's under a bit of pressure from the snipers. Well done. They get it up to the blue line. And that puck is clear. So young Kevin Peng, who one of the bright young defensemen of the Australian hockey, gets it out along to Manchin. Manchin gets across to Bremner. Bremner looks for Tommy Powell, but just misses him with the pass. Josh Van Douwen in the corner. But it's 2-on-1 here for the Snipers. Should win it, but they don't. So I think that's the strength of Jordan Warren. He brings the puck around from in front. Snipers are there to cut it off. Gavin Birchler with the puck. Nice little saucer pass to Bremner. Bremner takes a shot. I think that was off Tommy Forrest again.
A little bit lucky to get away with that. He was sitting unmarked just above the slot for way too long. Snipers are going to need to tidy up their defensive work there and just make sure they don't leave those open players in front of the net, or they will, no matter how well Tommy does it, some of them are going to get past him.
Oh, off the iron from a shot from the Bruins. It looked like, I think that was Isaac Norris. And getting onto the puck here with Birchall. Birchall looks across to the middle. John Bremner. Josh Walt gives it across to him. Oh, close call there. Now Lindsay Nash. Lindsay Nash looks across. Oh, it just gets a leg on it there. There's Isaac Norris. He was looking for Robbie Clark, then Lindsay Nash, but just couldn't quite find him. John Bremner trying to get the puck out, but that's kept in by Nathan Keisha. And the Bruins now through Jeff Klink, trying to bring it around. And now out to Birchler. He gets a pass on to Josh Walt. But the Snipers up to the task. Again, Keisha brings the puck out. Liam Webster steps over the blue line. Got young Kevin Peng trying to hold on to him. Webber turns around, takes the shot.
Another great save by McKenzie there.
And Manchin trying to get it out, but well cut off.
Bruins back solid in their defensive positioning and just cutting off all those lines into the net. So really, Snipers getting a few runs, but every time they get close, there's just a wall of orange. They can't get through.
So Snipers just trying to set themselves up here with the 2 defensemen, Keisha, and now they start bringing up the middle. Cooper Metcalf looking for Nick Munro, but Nick Munro wasn't watching, so straight past him. Daniel Manchin just flicks the puck over to Kevin Peng. Nice little one-touch pass, but that was cut off. And a good shot on goal by the Snipers, and that was Jeff Hu taking that shot.
I think just feeling a little bit of the pressure there by the Snipers. Brian just decided to cover that up, and I think the refs maybe give him a little word saying, you could have maybe played that. Not as many snipers around him, but he did the smart thing there just to give his guys a break and hopefully stop any of that momentum that was coming from the Snipers.
So what's the deal on that, Anton, as a goalie? So is it your right to basically cover the puck and not play it if you don't want to, or is there a bit of if there's players around you can, but if it's your own players, you've got to play it out?
Yeah, so I mean, it's sort of in that scope of the delay a game kind of thing. If there's no one really around you and you're sort of out of that blue paint, they want you to keep the play moving, especially if you have someone just next to you. And I think it's more just that banter from the refs saying let's keep the game going. But as a goalie, I know I like to keep the puck frozen and away from any perhaps bobbles by my defenders.
Jeff Hu there with some really good defensive pressure, forechecking on the blue line, just trying to keep the puck in there for Snipers and managed to control it for a little while. Some good play there from Jeff.
So now the Snipers trying to bring it back out again. Lindsay Nash just throws it in, and Brian McKenzie comes out of his net and plays it, but comes around the boards here. So. John O'Bremner looking for Christian Pansino, steps over the blue line. Nice little move, but just loses the handle on the puck. Goes behind. Oh, back to Tommy Powell. Oh, he has taken the water bottle off the top of the net. That is a fantastic goal by Tommy Powell. That is classic Tommy Powell, if I've ever seen it. You just don't give him a puck hole to find, because he will find it.
Yeah, and asking me about being a goalie, that's one thing you don't want to have to do, walk around to the back of the net and pick up your water bottle, because everybody's loving that one at home. So Tommy's been all right. That was a hell of a shot, and I think the Snipers are going to go into this period just have a quick chat, say hey, we're still in this, but unfortunate there just at the end of the period.
Well, it's certainly been a energetic first period. 2 up to the Bruins at the end of that first period. But I think the Snipers, they get themselves a little bit more organised in the neutral zone and just get a bit more momentum on their attacks. They're going to start exposing a bit more of that defence of the Bruins. So far, the Bruins' defence has been very solid in just...
Hockey is back. Hockey is back.
Hockey's back.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Share of leads given away to those Bruins you were talking about.
I'm sure that the Maple Leafs are allergic to trophies.
All right, here we go. Start of the second period. Let's see if the Snipers can bring himself in. Josh Walt, nice little drop back to Birchall. Birchall gets a shot. Oh, Tommy Forrest. Not sure if he knew where that was. Oh, that did sneak in the side that time.
That's unfortunate there. The first shot I think just rang off the iron a little bit, and then Tommy was just out of position, and a quick little snap from the corner, and we're in the net. But great play by the Bruins, and great way to get the shot on by young Gavin Birchler with the flow just sticking in the back of his helmet there. So Bruins would be happy with that one, and I think Tommy would probably want that one back.
So that goal actually was scored by Jonathan Bremner for the Bruins, and it was dished off to him by number 28, which we don't have a number 28. It's actually, in fact, number 29, which is young Jacob Lever, who had that first assist, and then Josh Walt had the second assist. We've got a hand pass call.
It's pretty good attacking moves there from the Bruins as they made that break in with some very precise tape-to-tape passes to set up that goal. Probably catching Tommy Forrest a little bit unaware that it was coming at him quite so quickly, and probably even got a chance to take his breath as we're underway now. good contests too. I think the Bruins at the moment are winning those contested pucks a lot more than the Snipers are. The Snipers will need to just be a bit more physical and make sure that any contested puck ends up being theirs and not the Bruins if they're going to give themselves a chance to get on the scoreboard. Those contested pucks lead to attacking opportunities, and they're just losing out on them at the moment most of the time.
So here the Snipers into the offensive zone, but just an errant pass, and here we are, Bruins breaking in, and just offside, just by the skin on your teeth. That was Matt Nikitin trying to just stay onside, but was a little unfortunate, and we'll be dropping the puck here on right in front of the box here for us.
Young Cooper Metcalf taking the face-off for the Snipers against Josh Walt. Wins it back. Well done. Gets the cut to Nathan Kasha. Across to Cincotta. Cincotta to Sam Sweatman.
A bit lucky to get away with that cross-ice pass. It was a bit of a risky move from the Snipers there. They're a bit lucky that they managed to get through.
Nick Munro trying to put a little backhand back away, but the Bruins were up for it. Nathan Kasha using his body quite well, protecting the puck, gets it up to Sam Sweatman. He gets a little stick on it, but comes back again. Here we go with Cooper Metcalf cutting through, out wide, takes behind the net. Looking for an option. Great pass out to Kasha. Kasha will take the shot. Oh, drops in front, and the Snipers have put one in.
That was a great shot there from the point. I think, Ross, you mentioned it earlier. It's from the point, having just slightly lower and looking for that traffic. And, McKenzie made a great job on the first save, but just too many Snipers there in front to pot the goal, pot the puck into the net.
And Sammy Sweatman for his first goal of the season in the PHL. He was just in the right spot to pick up the rebound on that first save.
So here's that 3-1 lead you were talking about earlier, Carl. Let's see if the Snipers can chip away at it further, or if the Bruins can get the next one and extend that back to 3. So here's Josh Moran there. Beautiful pass to the center there for Bremner.
I think the key to it with that particular goal that the Snipers just managed was not only that very good low hard shot from the point and they're picking up, but it was also there was contested puck in the middle ice and the Snipers won it. And it's those opportunities that they're making that it's so important that you fight for those things that they seem inconsequential, but they set up your attack, and then before you know it, this game moves so fast.
So here's Birchler in over the point, dropping it there to Walt. He got in front, and Birchler looked skyward. He knew that was a golden opportunity that he just couldn't get his stick onto.
And Bremner taking the puck around the net. Well manned by Kasha. And the Snipers just bring the puck out. Birchler gets a puck out to Peng. Peng across to Josh Walsh. Walt steps over the blue line, throws it in deep. Kevin Peng following up from defence. Turns it back around now, looking up top again. No, looks to the middle. Cut off by Liam Webster. Liam Webster holding onto the puck. Great experience. Sam Sweatman just couldn't quite catch the pass. Todd Cutter takes it behind the net. Brings it back around to the end, but Liam Webster's there. Looking it through the middle.
This is one of those opportunities that the Snipers are really going to have to get sustained pressure if they're to get more of these goals back, and unfortunately not quite able to hold it in. And now an aggressive forecheck by the Bruins, putting pressure on Snipers and giving them poor options. It's great defensive play by the Bruins.
There's young Nick Munro, just not quite aware of his surroundings then, and Josh Walt picked his pocket. Now the Bruins looking for the stretch pass through to Josh Walt. It's a nice little pass, but Kasha up to the task defensively. Traps it in. Pops a head on disposal. Oh, and an offside as Liam Webster takes a shot on Brian McKenzie. He looks pretty lively up forward there, Liam. He's, like I say, he's played his whole career as a defender, and he's out there scooting around. I think he's wound the clock back 10 years on his career. Usually you go the other way, don't you? Go from forward and then slot yourself back into defence because you're a bit, you end up a bit slower.
The beautiful thing, Ross, about moving forward is that your mistakes don't matter as much. So defensive player, when they make a mistake, it's catastrophic.
Oh, Jordan Warren. I have seen that firsthand many times in our beer league nights in Pool A. He has got a wrist shot that troubles goalies, and we just saw it then. He absolutely just let that one rip, and Tommy Forrest just could not trace that puck to get anything on it.
Yeah, then I think Forrest is just taking a few extra seconds just to collect himself. With 4 goals, and there's not really much he had really chance on that last one. So let's see if he can keep his head in the game on the next few. Oh, and there's Brian coming out to play the puck, and the puck was rolling a bit, and he got that a little bit high, and he's going to be getting 2 minutes for delay a game for shooting that one out of the rink.
Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with how this rule works when it's a goalie, the goalie doesn't actually get to have to sit the penalty, but the Bruins will now be playing a penalty, and one of the bench players from the bench has to come over and sit the penalty for them.
And that will be Jordan Warren, who will be sitting the penalty for Mr. McKenzie.
Let's see if the Snipers can take advantage of the power play, the one-man advantage, and get themselves a second goal and bring it back to 2. Liam Webster, you talk about quick snapshots and wrist shots. Liam certainly possesses a bit of a weapon there as well, so I think I'll be looking to get Liam out into a bit of space so that he can size up the net and try and put the puck through.
Cotter's just kind of hovering around menacingly in the Ovechkin position over on the right-hand side as the Snipers set up a 1-3-1 attack.
Now to Nathan Kasher up high. He looks, takes a shot in, sent away by McKenzie. Now Lockie Cotter has the puck. Brings it around, puts a shot in, but well handled by Brian McKenzie.
So the Bruins doing a good job during this penalty, just slowing the game down. They're just taking a little bit of the sting out of it, which is good for them at the moment on the penalty kill. Just everything taking just a little bit longer, running out a few more seconds.
Oh, well done by Lockie Cotter. Taps the puck out of the air, keeps it in the zone for the Snipers.
Yeah, some great hand-eye coordination there.
Got another whistle on play, and it must have been a bit offside. The puck must have popped out.
So only 15 seconds now to go on the penalty. The Bruins have done a very good job on the kill. I think the Snipers have had maybe one shot on the net throughout the kill, as they've got 5 seconds now to play on it.
Found on the puck there did Lockie Cotter, but the Snipers.
Oh, here comes Jordan Warren.
Oh, out of the box. That's always dangerous. Oh, he's still offside. And they've cleared it out. So the Snipers, they'll reset. So Lockie Cotter looking for a pass up the middle. It's always dangerous. There goes Jordan Warren again with that little wrister. And I won't say little. It's a powerful wrister, but that's a dangerous pass to make when Jordan Warren's lurking around. So Lockie Cotter, young defender, probably needs to look up the boards and play the safe option and make sure you get the puck out into the neutral zone.
Tommy Forrest was well up to the job on that particular occasion, which was good. Forrest again with a good save, but the rebound floating around in front of the net. Snipers need to clear it out of the zone if they can, but Bruins with a good job of controlling it in the top half of their offensive zone. More shots. They've got about 4 shots in that little session of play before Forrest eventually able to close it and get a face off. And just slow the game down, and give the Snipers a chance to settle and re-coordinate their defence.
Yeah, and he's up to 14 saves now, and a lot of them, from the point through traffic. So he's getting into positions where he needs to be to make those stops.
Oh, puck in the slot. A bit of traffic there. That was well done by the Snipers to get that out.
No one quite sure how it didn't end up in the goal, but
I think Jacob Haley went down on a knee and helped his goalie out after the goalie made the first save and was able to just poke it out, but unfortunately to a Bruins player.
It's one of those real sort of messy opportunities where anyone who gets a stick on it first is going to be able to stick the puck in the net, but Bruins not quite able to capitalise on it that time.
So here we are with an icing. Bruins are going to get a fresh set of forwards out on the ice and try to catch some of these snipers that might be a little bit tired after a longer shift.
Yeah, it's certainly, the first game, a bit the same the first week as well, but I'd expected a bit more physicality from the players this week, but it's still a little bit of hide and seek and not too many hits when the opportunity is actually there, presents. So we'll see if one of the teams steps it up, because you can guarantee that if one team steps up the physicality, the other team will respond.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration there off going down to the bench from Jeff Hugh. I think he thought that was onside, but clearly offside. That just might be the score line, getting under his skin a little bit right now, being down 4-1.
So the Bruins working hard to keep it in. Gavin Birchler chips it back into Josh Walt. Josh Walt sends the puck around. Now Snipers trying to get it out.
So a bit of a consistent pattern with the Snipers throughout this game. Every time they've tried to get those sort of raised clearances out of their defensive zone, there's been either one of their own players or a Bruin in the way, and just sort of hitting them in the body and getting trapped in their own defensive zone. And as a result, this sustained pressure just adds up, and sooner or later the Bruins get to take advantage of it. But they break out now.
So the Bruins will get a bit of time now to nice little stretch pass there from Isaac Norris to Bremner, but Bremner couldn't quite handle it. Nathan Keisha takes the puck behind the net. Pretty solid in defence normally. Nathan Keisha makes good choices. Lockie Chincotta tried to use his body to protect the puck. Gavin Birchall was up to the task. That's poked out.
Ross, there was just another one of those missed opportunities at a physical check for that last little progression, when you can argue that chasing the puck might have had more value, but sometimes you do want to put a little bit of fear into the heart of the defensive players.
Well, it gets you thinking, if you're throwing a bit of physicality around, and if the opposition are throwing some physicality around, and here's Jordan Warren on the stretch again, and that powerful shot, Tommy Forrest up to it, was well done. But again, physically, if you start putting the body on, and when the opposition have got the puck, they have to start thinking about where, if there's a hit coming from somewhere. But if you play too friendly, then you don't have to worry about it too much.
That's right. The defensive player gets time to break out and have a bit of a look around, and not be wondering where the hit's coming from before they even pick the puck up. And that's something that both of these teams need to do a bit better. If they're to be competitive against the Dogs, they'll need to start doing that more.
Lindsay Nash with a shot on goal that was had a bit of stick involved. So Todd Cutter bringing the puck around behind the net to Daniel Manchin, but he misses his target. Josh Van Down, another one of the juniors that chips the puck up, goes to the safety of the boards. Manchin looks through, and Tommy Powell. Oh yes, there we go. That is Tommy Powell again.
And we've seen that play a little bit, the last few minutes, where the Snipers seem to have a little bit of possession there, and then just seem to lose the puck. And a number of times, I think last time it was Josh Warren going in on a break, but this time Tommy Powell makes no mistake, just pops that to the high blocker side on young Tommy Forrest. So 5-1 now, or 4-2, sorry, now, and we'll see what we have going on. So here we have the Bruins entering the zone.
about 90 seconds to go in this second period, and then there'll be a cut, so the guys will get a little bit of a chance to get a bit more of a rest and a bit of coaching input so they can get themselves a bit more organised. But I think the point Ross was making earlier very much about the needing to just be a little bit more physical in forechecks. Ideally, a defensive player who's going back to get the puck up and run around behind their goal really needs to be thinking, is there some big burly forward coming down here who's going to knock me into next week? And if they're not thinking that, then they've got the luxury of having too much time. That's probably the biggest difference between non-checking and full contact hockey, is just that extra pressure on the defensive players more so than anything else.
Yeah, so here's Powell in the corner, puts it in front, but a great stick by young Tommy Forrest just to deflect that and make sure it gets out of danger to go down the other way. And here's the Snipers with 30 seconds left and wide and around, and that's going to get out.
So now Josh Walt takes a shot, and that's going to ring around again, and maybe it'll give the Snipers a bit of a chance here, but puck got held up at the boards.
It's one of those all-important puck battles. They have to win this to get another attack out if the Snipers want to, and didn't quite see what happened there. It was a little bit lost in the boards. But
yeah, Tim Nickerton just got it chipped out, and but the Bruins now hold the puck. So that'll take us through to the end of the second period, with the Bruins holding a pretty commanding 5-1 lead over the Snipers, but there is 18 minutes of solid hockey to come.
While change may be frightening to some, to us, the current wind of change is a fresh start, a challenge, an opportunity. But mostly, it's a responsibility to find a new way of doing things. Hey, we were here when the game was invented, and we're still here to reinvent the game, because our players have changed the game. Our innovation has changed the game. We changed the game. We can break the rules of yesterday to be fearless for tomorrow. We were away for a while, but now we're back, and there's no turning back. It's time. Time to unpause, pause, time to press play, time to play. We were all inside for far too long. Hockey's back. It's time to go all out.
right, gentlemen, what are we expecting in the final stanza of this game between the Snipers and the Bruins? Snipers have got a bit of work to do. Have they got the skill? Have they got the talent? Have they got the desire to?
Well, Ross, I think the Snipers certainly have the skill. The thing that they're really missing out on is just that little bit of extra intensity. I think if they can win a bit more contested puck and just get a little bit more forechecking pressure on the Bruins' defence when they're breaking out, just really get some more sustained pressure on them, they're going to score a few more goals. They've had a lot of bad luck throughout the first two periods, and I know luck is one of those funny things in hockey because you kind of make your own, but there's been a lot of cross-ice passes that have drifted across and hit bodies and hit legs and hit shins and just random stuff like that, which really doesn't help because it's allowed the Bruins to get rapid counterattacks. If they can just get a little bit more puck luck, I think they'll be a real threat in this period. Yeah, I think they're gonna look to get some traffic and some rebounds on Brian, because if they just keep taking these shots from distance that he's going to see, he's just going to keep eating them up.
All right, here we go. The start of the third, and let's see if the Snipers can put a bit of scoreboard pressure onto the end of the Bruins. Nick Munro, he takes his shot, goes out wide. Lindsay Nash takes the puck, tries to chip back in, but then comes back out to Lockie Cincotta. Lockie Cincotta to Keisha. Keisha looking for Webster on the wing, but couldn't get it. Brian McKenzie comes out, plays the puck, not quite. Doesn't get it out. Liam Webster takes a step in, takes a shot. This will be really handy if they could get one early, but Tommy Powell up to the task, goes in behind and takes a hold of the puck, chips it out. Cincotta with a floater on the net. Webster into the corner. Nick Munro tries to get it back out again, but Keisha tries a little chip and charge, but no. Nick Munro looks a bit blindly for the pass. Tommy Powell, experience, throws it up in the air. This will test Liam Webster's hamstrings as he puts a bit of pressure onto these skates. Jordan Warren, some nice moves, but Liam Webster takes it off Jordan Warren, steps over the blue line and puts the puck in. Josh Van Down, a little bit of physical pressure onto the Bruins player. So again, Snipers keeping the puck in, kept up by Daniel Manchin. And we've got an icing call, so the Snipers will get the puck back where they want it, but they've just got to make something work for themselves. They had a bit of a chance there early.
I think they'd be happy with the first couple minutes. You know, they played mainly in their offensive zone. You're right there, Ross. They did have a great chance there, but again, Brian McKenzie was up to the task. So let's see if they can keep this pressure on and get one early and get back into this game.
So some good precise passing from the Bruins there in that little breakout through the neutral zone. We really do need to see more urgency and physicality in the Snipers game. I think that's the one thing that they're just lacking on. It's just not enough putting a little bit of fear into the heart of the players you're playing against when they know they've got the puck, and it's like, there's a player coming for me and there's the puck and what am I looking for? That has to happen if they're going to pick up in this game. And this is a full contact sport, and they've got to have that level of physical assertiveness.
Oh, nice little alley-oop pass up there for the Snipers, but unfortunately couldn't make anything of it.
Yeah, Rob Clark just couldn't quite get the handle on it there, but. You're right, Carl. I mean, when you put physical pressure on, what you're doing is you're asking a question, and then the question has to be answered.
That's right. It's what am I going to think about? Am I going to think about what I'm doing with the puck, or am I going to think about avoiding the hit? And if you're not caught in those two minds, then you're much less likely to make mistakes. And you need to force defensive players to make mistakes to create opportunities. Hockey is a game of mistakes, and mistakes are made under pressure.
So Bruins controlling a little bit now, and a nice little pass across to Birchall as he steps through the middle. He'll drops the puck back. Jordan Warren looks for a pass across. Isaac Norris doesn't quite get a hold of that one. Gets another chance. Throws it up high into the netting, and will take a face-off.
So one of the things we were talking about over the break was one of the possible influence of the wonderful beer league that we have here, which is a non-checking competition. May have just taken a little bit of the edge off the instincts of some of these guys when they're playing, and what we're expecting to see as the season wears on is for that physicality to increase, I guess, as the players kind of get more into that mindset. It'd be very interesting to see if that does happen, but it's certainly part of the discussion we had earlier.
I guess the part, in talking with a couple of the players after the first round, I mean, the rule changes that have happened in hockey over the last few years has been, it's put a bit of doubt in the players' minds as to when they can hit, and, very different now where if a player has possession of the puck, when they get rid of the puck, a player has to try and avoid hitting the player. There's no longer that two-step rule, or the 2-second rule as they call it, where you can finish your hit. So as long as you're on the player while he's disposing of it, then you can finish your hit. But players are one step away from a player when they get rid of the puck, and then they pull out of the hit, and so it's created a lot of doubt with a lot of players with when they can and when they can't.
That's true. Certainly in the old days, when if someone had passed the puck and was still within a little bit of time, you were very much encouraged to finish the check. Whereas these days it's a lot safer because you don't have that sort of goon hockey, I guess, for lack of a better expression. Cincotta there went for the middle ice check and unfortunately didn't quite manage to get away with it. But
brilliant save there by Tommy Forrest there. I think, as you said there, Carl, missed the hit, went down, and Tommy Forrest up to the task.
That's always the risk of the middle ice hit. If that does get missed, then you're very exposed, especially when it's a defenseman coming across. But where you really want to see it is stuff that's happening behind the net.
Yeah, the board battles, in the corners, up on the boards. Lay your body in and win the puck that way. And we just saw a couple of young guns go at it. Kevin Peng, who used a bit of speed to get around the Snipers defender, and Tommy Forrest up to the task there. Robbie Clark trying to pull a move onto Isaac Morris there.
Bruins back in numbers, and Snipers 2 players, whereas the Bruins had 3. So got to pick up that intensity and that pressure, and just get a bit more speed, get down, put pressure on these Bruins. They haven't got enough time to be cute. They've got to get onto it.
Yeah, it just seems that despite having the numerical advantage, every time there's a puck battle, there just seems to be one more Bruins. So the Snipers got to increase their intensity if they're looking to get back into this game at 5-1 here in the third period.
Yeah, they need the skipper Liam Webster, I reckon, to just pull a little magic as we see him weaving through here, and short side shot just turned away. Big slapper, here we go, Liam. Over the top, no, puck's still there. And Brian McKenzie covers up. There were 3 chances.
That was a unreal play there by McKenzie. He thought he had it there on the point underneath his arm, but it went the other way and had to come out and make a great save and battle there on the point just to cover that up.
The good thing to see there was the Snipers did get a decent shot in from the net. Finally actually got some pressure from that penalty. The penalty now over, back to 5-1-5.
And we're going to need to see more of that from the Snipers if they're going to come back into this game. And with that said, here come the Bruins breaking down. And just a backhand high and wide. And I think that's touch netting, and we'll have a face-off there just to the right of Tommy Forrest.
So the longer the game goes on, I guess the clock becomes the friend of the Bruins and the enemy of the Snipers. So, counting down to nearly 10 minutes, you'd really want, if you're the Snipers, you'd really want to be scoring in the next in a couple of minutes to give yourself a bit of energy to come home strong.
You've got to get 4 goals. That's a goal every 2 minutes, which can be done. We've seen it done. If someone's going to be a part of it, I think Cincotta. He's had a pretty good game. He's been pretty solid. So work rate's been pretty good. I'm very impressed with this young man. He's, as we discussed last week, put on a bit of muscle and improved his speed and power. Good to see him rise to the occasion.
All right, so the Bruins trying to get the puck out of the zone here. They do successfully out to out to the young Bruins player, and Nathan Page. You see, they tried to put a bit of body on, which is good. I mean, that's what they need to do. They need to start turning a few Bruins players around a bit. Here's Nick Munro trying to get around the outside. Didn't really look into the middle then to see what was on offer. Bruins comfortably bring the puck up the side. Birchler looking through the middle. Little saucer pass cut off by Keisha. Nice play. Here's a little shove from Jordan Warren. Jordan Warren with a shot.
That's that little bit of physical pressure that you mentioned earlier, Carl, right? Like a little bit of pressure, didn't know what to do, fed it to his D partner who again was then under pressure, and now the Bruins have a little bit of time in the offensive zone.
That's
but the
thing.
snipers got it
Well,
out.
here we go. Lindsay Nash on the break. Straight into the chest of Brian McKenzie.
Very, very attentive Bruins streaking back on the back check as well while Nash was there on his own. They need to attack in numbers as well. So you're right about getting that forechecking pressure. Just making them second guess themselves a few times. Where's the hit coming from? Is there a hit coming?
Here's Peng.
Beautiful pass across the Bremner. Bremner steps over the line. Jordan Warren. Little party trick. Back to Peng. Cut off by Webster. Here goes Liam Webster. Down on the right wing, looking for the pass through. That's a good move. He meant to miss Rob Clark then, because he knew he'd win the foot race down to the end of the rink to get the puck and not be an icing. That's the experience of Webster. Josh Van Down, nice little chip in the middle. Webster steps in. Here's a chance. Just can't quite get a bit of space to get the shot. Oh, throws one on net. That was quite close. But then the Bruins, Jordan Warren, up to the task. Josh Van Down tries to put a bit of physical pressure on him. It's good to do that. Wasn't very successful, but it's still good to do it.
Clark a little bit unlucky earlier with that cross across to him. Just missing the puck with a beautiful position unmarked in front of the slot. Sniper's a little bit unlucky there not to get a shot in the net.
Tommy Powell through the middle there. Here we go again.
That was a great shift there by Webster. You know, the captain just trying to, put a little bit of extra effort there to try to build
Here we go.
some
Here's a
momentum.
chance. Oh, nearly went underground with an accidental shot, but the Snipers will take any goal away they can get it at the moment. And again, Cooper Metcalf. Takes the shot from out wide, but Brian McKenzie just solid in the net. As Sam Sweatman decided to have a slide in and have a look around the net to see if everything was all okay in there.
As you were saying earlier, Ross, the problem with that is there's no stop time here, so it runs the clock down, and the clock is not the friend of the Snipers at the moment. They need more time, not less.
And another high puck into the netting. Will that be down low, or will it come out of the zone? Down low by the look of it. Bruins with a face-off wing. Kevin Peng with a bit of speed. Steps over the blue line. Loses the handle, but well picked up by his teammate in Pansino. Again, they keep it in, matching. Well done, Lindsay Nash. Nick Munro.
Steal from Munro, big shot. He whistles it past the keeper and unfortunately past the net as well, but a good initiative, good move. Everyone starting to get a bit tired. We're down into the last 5 minutes of the game, so everyone's got tired legs. Doesn't matter who you're playing for, whether the scoreboard's in your favour or not. Everyone's tired now. Let's see if the Snipers have got a bit of heart, and if they can just find a little bit more in these last few minutes. And the young guys they've got should be able to keep going. The old guys get a bit tired. They just keep coming.
Nice pass by Chincotta to Webster. Webster dipsy doodles it around, takes a shot.
Well, this is what we needed to see from the Snipers earlier on. Just that little lift in intensity in these last few minutes. I think they've realised that there's not a lot of time left.
So Josh Van Down with the puck. Oh, nice little pass across to Webster, but Brian McKenzie with a great save.
He's had the answer to all but one so far tonight.
He's had plenty of shots on. He's seen plenty of shots, so he's had an outstanding game. Yeah, nice little rub off there by Webster on Norris. The pace of the game seems to have picked up in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, it most certainly has. They've realised there's not a lot of time left, and the Bruins are playing for pride. They want to keep the score where it is, or maybe even try and get another couple of sneaky goals if they can. And the Snipers are saying, well, we don't want any of that. We want to get back on as much as we can.
So this will give their Bruins the first win of the season after their loss last week to the Dogs, and the Snipers are going to remain winless after the Inferno beat them 3-2 last week. So the interesting part of all this is that after round 3 next week, there is a draft, and there are some players who missed out on the first draft who will be available for selection, and it works from the bottom team up with whoever gets first pick. So if the Snipers stay bottom, the hottest property in the draft at the moment of the not unselected, but not available players in the first draft is Michael McMahon. So the national captain and Mustang captain will be, you would expect, the first pick, and at the moment that sits with the Snipers.
Well, so I'm sure you're not suggesting that the Snipers would be tanking, because I don't think that would be in their style whatsoever. But that'd be a hell of a pickup. Michael McMahon is one of the great champions of Australian hockey.
Yeah, nice little hit there on the boards.
So I think the Snipers right now, with 2 minutes left, and just over 2 minutes left in the game, would really just try to focus on, finishing a couple good shifts and just try to maybe build a little momentum that they can bring into next week's game against the Dogs.
Down to about 2 minutes left to go in this one. The scoreline still 5-1 to the Bruins.
Having seen what we've seen the last the first 2 rounds, Anton, do you give the Snipers any chance at all against the Dogs next week?
Look, I mean, they're going to have an answer for to that line of Shana and Baraja, but I mean, Tommy Forrest, if he can put up a performance like he did last week, and perhaps with a little bit of puck luck, you never know, right? Hockey's a fickle sport. Anything can happen. But after 2 rounds, the Doggies definitely look like the team to beat. 13 goals, not many against, and they'd be getting their captain back next week as well. So even a little bit more dangerous than they were tonight.
Yeah, Jamie Burke, unfortunately, sitting out a week suspension, so he was out this week for the Dogs. But again, they've got one line that's doing the majority of their scoring, which does mean they're a little bit vulnerable on some of the other ones, and it is the whole of these teams have been chosen by draft, so they should work out to be reasonably even.
So, interesting that really the last 4 minutes probably seen a little more physicality from the Snipers, which would have been handy to have seen in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Well, that's what they needed to be doing, and I think they've worked it out. Maybe just kind of getting the rhythm of the game and starting to read it a little bit better. Those hits are hard to deliver if they're in open ice, in particular along the boards and mid ice, because it's easy enough for a player to step around it, and a puck carrier often has the advantage.
And with that shot, that takes them up to 28 shots. They've actually outshot the Bruins. So, let's give credit to Brian McKenzie as well, because he stopped quite a lot of rubber tonight, and could be a little bit different if some of those went in a little earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what the Bruins have done well for Brian, which a goalie as yourself, Anton, would appreciate, a lot of the shots have come from out wide. So, for a goalie, it makes it... a no goal on the buzzer.
Yeah. He waved that off early, and he'll argue that all the way, but it's not going to affect the score. So I really doubt, the outcome of the game. So I really doubt that he's getting really much on that one. But great way to end the second game of the second round of PHL. Bruins with the convincing win 5-1 over the Snipers. So they'll be up against the Inferno next week, which lost to the Doggies, and the Snipers will be going up against the Dogs. So 1v4, 2v3 for round 3 there, Carl.
Yeah, Anton, I'm certainly looking forward to watching those games. In particular, the Friday night fun that we're having here. It's all very entertaining. We hope you're all enjoying the show, and bring your friends along next week so they can enjoy this incredible evening of, I can't believe it's free, of watching this incredibly high grade of hockey being played here in Melbourne.
So I think that's it for Hockey Night at iceHQ, and we'll be with you guys next week. So thanks a lot for tuning in.